Bro, that's off the rip.
Fill you in.
I always get before I do the intro for some reason.
Nah, dude, I know what you mean.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Off the Rip Podcast, episode number 6. I'm your co-host, Tucker Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Bailey Berry.
And yes, we did have to follow through with the disclaimer that we put on the previous pod. I was on vacation last week, so we didn't really have enough time to film. We could have got it filmed on a Sunday, but with editing and all that stuff, especially with Bailey, really the only one that knows how to edit. I'm kind of in the learning phases of that, so it was all on him, and it's really tough to get that all done in just like one night and have it posted.
Yeah, sorry guys. The blame was definitely on me. I was like, dude, I don't think
No,
I can do it.
It's definitely not on you.
And I know you're not putting blame on me.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
But that I was like, because I know you're down to do it, and I was like, gosh, man,
I'm just really gung ho on consistency because I know because especially with like everything you've told me about YouTube is just I feel like as much as we can be consistent, I think is important
for sure.
But I mean, shit, it happens. Yeah, I mean, we take vacations and everything like that. It was even kind of pushing it when you came back from vacation. We had to really get that pod in.
Yeah, and that's what made me say that. I was like, because whenever we did do it that day, it's like the rest of my night consisted of doing that, and Hannah had to start back her job on Monday, so I was just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're back. We took a week off,
yes,
and we really appreciate everybody that reached out to us about the pod not coming out. That is awesome that you guys look forward to that and are ready to watch it every Monday at noon.
Yeah.
That's super, super motivating for us to keep doing this, and we love and appreciate the support. And speaking of the support, we get a lot of views. We're really thankful for all the views and everybody clicking on the videos and watching them. Go down below. Please hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Give the video a like. We're trying to grow this channel, and subscriptions are free. They're just go down there, click that button. That's all you got to do. And if you never watch another podcast again, we appreciate the subscription.
Exactly.
We want you guys to keep coming back. We want you guys to be notified when we post, for this stuff to pop up on your feed and other people's feeds that are like yours. Help us out in that algorithm. So hit that subscribe button below.
Yeah, and it gives us like a little bit more motivation. Whenever you see that growth, consistent growth, it's like for the past 3 episodes, we've been steady right at 42 subscribers. And it really helps us and gives us more energy when we see that growth. And we want to expand that more aside from our circle of you that watch that we are so thankful for. But yeah, like you said, please hit that subscribe button because it really helps our motivation and enthusiasm towards the podcast. Not that we're not motivated and enthusiastic about it, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, well I mean it's a little bit of extra fuel on the fire because if you see that start climbing and you're like, holy cow, we're really doing something here, it kind of shows you that your work is paying off.
Exactly.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys for the support. Just don't forget to go down there and hit that subscribe button. But yeah, let's get right into this. We got to talk about something, fellas. This past UFC card, UFC 291.
Yes, sir.
Holy freaking cow. Well, I'm going to start off with the negatives at first.
Okay.
The only negative I have about this whole UFC situation, the way that they have structured the subscriptions now, I had to pay $125 to watch those fights Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can because I split them with Dominic sometimes, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that you have to pay $100 per year for ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
And buy every single fight.
Yeah.
At full price.
Yeah.
So, I mean, luckily I did get this one at 75% off.
Yeah.
So it was only $125, but still I was like, golly.
Yeah.
I was only expecting to pay $80 or $90.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is what I pay for. There's a plan to where you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus all in one bundle for $15.99 a month. That's what I have.
What is $15.99 a month?
I mean,
well, you get all. I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. So
yeah,
honestly, I need to look into doing that. I remember that because I think they used to include Spotify in that.
They may have. I don't know.
But yeah, that was. I was sitting there. And I was just like, "This is gonna suck." And
yeah.
Hannah was like, oh, I guess you can't watch the fights.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm watching these
Yeah,
fights.
oh yeah, dude.
I don't care if it's $300. I'm gonna spend it. And then she looked at me. And she was like, the shit that you spend money on and don't spend money on baffles me.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't talk to me about this woman.
Yeah.
That is my money.
Now's not the time.
Yeah. But yeah, getting back to this card, dude. Holy cow, that was, I mean, completely stacked.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira, Derek Lewis, Justin Gaethje.
Oh,
I mean, dude, oh my god.
Dustin. Oh my god.
Dustin Poirier, the
Tony
fights
Ferguson.
on that.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson. Every fight was a banger.
Every single fight.
And even the undercards.
Yeah.
A lot of the fights on the undercards were exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to, let me make sure I get his name right, Roman Kapilov. He fought Claudio Ribeiro. Roman is a Russian. The other guy is a Brazilian. Brazilian's kind of kicking his ass in the first round, I'm not going to lie. He's kind of putting it on him.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, Roman head kicks this dude, knocks him out.
What round?
Second round.
Okay, disclaimer, I did not watch the undercard, so.
Yeah. I was watching the prelims up to that fight, and I was in the car on the way home, and I had it pulled up on my phone.
Yeah.
I was watching it, driving. Me and Hannah were coming back from dinner with her parents. And then I was sitting there driving, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And Hannah's like, what? Because I'm driving. Obviously, she thinks there's something going on. And I was
Yeah.
like, he just got head kicked.
Yeah.
And she goes, you're so dumb. Don't yell that in the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an exciting fight. And then, yeah, moving over to the main card, the very first fight. Who was the very first fight?
Michael Chiesa and Kevin Holland.
Yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah. I feel really bad about Michael Chiesa.
I did too, because he's trained hard, but he hasn't fought in 2 years. So, I mean, ring rust is definitely a thing. We've seen that time and time again. We've seen it with Conor McGregor. We saw it with TJ Dillashaw. Granted, the TJ Dillashaw fight that he had with Aljamain Sterling, his shoulder kept becoming dislocated. So, I don't even call that a fight because dude.
He's fighting with an arm tied behind his back, literally.
He literally was, and I don't count that as a loss for him. If anything, it just shows how tough that dude is.
Yeah.
I hate that. But ring rust is a thing. Kevin Holland put on a heck of a performance.
Kevin Holland is also, like, hitting stride.
Oh, yeah. No,
like,
he's going up in the ranks now.
Yeah, he is. He's hitting his stride, and I think he's going to soon be contending at the top of that division.
Yeah.
Did you see his post-fight interview in the ring?
Yeah.
He's sitting there. He said if there's not going to be a BMF belt for 170, then I'm going to take my black ass up to 180 because I like to eat steaks and have sex to make weight. It's like, that is such a bar.
Yeah, that is what he said. That's right. 185 though, bro. I don't think he can hang with Izzy.
No,
you know
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Chiesa, I felt bad. I feel for him too because he has back problems.
Yeah.
And I know I have back problems myself.
Yeah.
Like, especially reoccurring back problems like that, where you're doing everything you can, and just one little mistake or one little wrong movement can just put you out for another month.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. But I mean, props to him for getting back in that ring and fighting. He just, like you said, he had ring rust.
Yeah, for sure.
You could tell.
Yeah.
You know.
I hate that for him.
I do too. But then right after that, you had Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green.
Oh yeah.
Bobby Green's I hadn't
a
really
dog.
paid attention to him.
Yeah.
He's
He's kind of a vet too. I think he's like 36 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Bobby Green's 36. Tony Ferguson's 39.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tony Ferguson's
40-year-old man fighting.
Exactly.
Is nuts.
Jan Blachowicz is 39.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Glover Teixeira, 42.
Yeah, that's
You know,
nuts.
he won the freaking belt last year.
That's nuts.
You know what I mean? That's
just
crazy.
nuts.
But yeah, I mean, as you were saying, just Tony Ferguson, vet in the game. Bobby Green, vet too. But I mean, whenever you think back to Tony Ferguson's last fight against Nate Diaz just has a chin from hell, dude. I mean, I can't recall a time where he's ever been knocked out. You know what I mean? That may not be true, but it's like they may have called a fight or whatever, but I cannot recall a time where Nate Diaz has been knocked out. Comment below if he has. But Nate Diaz won that fight. Tony Ferguson is on like a 4 or 5 fight losing streak, and then that fight against Bobby Green, I mean, he was the boogeyman of that division 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everyone was scared to fight him, but now he's just not the same, and it's clear, especially when you look at his previous record. And Bobby Green put on a great performance.
Yeah, he really did.
You know
But
what I mean?
that's the thing about Tony Ferguson is, like, you have to truly beat him because you ain't putting him out.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
obviously his last 4 or 5 5-fight lose streak.
Yeah, I believe so. Like
Yeah.
for real, I'm
Like
pretty positive.
he's
on
lost that many fights in a row, but like before those fights, like that guy you could knock the ever living shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
And he is not going down.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight you. He's like a Diaz brother. He's not going down. So you have to truly beat him and put the points up and beat him in the decision because he's one of those guys.
Yeah. But to Bobby Green putting him out with 10 seconds left of the third round.
Yes.
And it's like Tony didn't tap. Tony didn't tap. Legit passed out.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the fighters get fined for that.
They do.
If they don't
think you're
tap.
right.
You know what I mean?
It's because it's super dangerous.
Heck yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, hey, shout out Tony Ferguson. That shows you the cloth he is cut from because he's like, I ain't going out like a bitch.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to kill me.
Yeah.
And I love that.
No kidding.
I really love that.
Yeah.
Next
Next fight was supposed to be Wonderboy Thompson and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Mikael Pereira, like Alex Pereira's last name, same last name, Pereira, however people say it. I don't know the correct.
I like to try and sound Brazilian when I say it.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's Pereira or Pereira. You know what I mean?
I think Pereira sounds right.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly how they all say it.
Yeah, but yeah, that fight got canceled because Mikael Pereira did not make weight, which sucks because that was going to be a banger of a fight. But we got another banger with Derek Lewis getting moved up from the undercard. I don't remember the dude's name that he fought, but he was from Brazil.
I'm going to try and pronounce this one too. Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
Okay, De Lima. Okay.
Yeah. Marcos de Lima. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
There's one in the middle of there.
Yeah, dude, that fight was
nuts.
But because of how nuts that was, this is what me and my dad were talking about. That was Derek Lewis's last fight on his UFC contract.
Yep.
So he showed out just straight Jorge Masvidal, Ben Askren. Like came out with a knee, dude.
Yeah, went for it.
And dude immediately got called like within 30, 45 seconds of the fight, maybe less than that.
I thought it was like 12 seconds into the fight.
Was it only 12?
Well, yeah, because after he hit him with that, he did have to ground and pound him for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the fight was over in 33 seconds.
Yeah, when they saw that he wasn't defending himself anor
Yeah.
Yeah, they called
But he
the
did
fight.
have to, because the guy was just kind of scrambling to get out of it.
Yeah.
And then Derek Lewis just kept, moving position to stay in mount and just wailed on that man.
Oh, dude.
And as soon as the fight was over, Derek Lewis's balls were hot.
Oh, yeah.
So he took them pants off, son. Oh,
dude.
my God.
Yeah.
Him and Joe, I want him to be on the Joe Rogan show so bad.
Yeah, no, he hasn't, has he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't know so, but I don't think so either.
I would love for Derek Lewis to be on the Joe Rogan show. That would be amazing. Because just the chemistry they have in the ring, and then as soon as he gets off, Joe Rogan's still talking about Derek Lewis for like 10 minutes into the next fight. You know, so it's like, but yeah, that was a heck of a fight too.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to. I've never been the biggest like Derek Lewis guy, and because it's like the whole my balls was hot moment really put the spotlight on him, and then after that he didn't really show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
he said they talked about that. He seemed kind of like lethargic or just like. Just like not mentally there.
Yeah.
And I definitely felt that. I felt like he was just kind of like, fuck this, I'm tired. Or, you know what I mean? Just that type of attitude.
Yeah. But now he came out, looked way better shape than what he usually does. And the performance he put on, I'm like, if I saw this every time, I'm like, I'm excited for Derek Lewis. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think hopefully we have some fun fights to look forward to in him. And with the performance he put on, I would only imagine that Dana would sign him another contract. You know what I mean?
You would think so. Hopefully it's not like another Francis Ngannou situation.
Yeah.
Where he goes and gets a little bit more money somewhere else.
Yeah.
But no, I would love to see Derek Lewis, especially a man that size.
Yeah.
Throwing flying knees
at
dudes.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And then right after that, we had the replacement fight, Alex Pereira and Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah.
That was It was a great fight, but it was a controversial ending.
Yeah, it was. Thankfully for me, that fight is what caused me to hit my parlay. I had Kevin Holland winning, I had Bobby Green winning, and then I had Alex Pereira winning, which I was nervous when it came to a decision. Me and you were texting that whole time, and I was like you were like, dude, that was a close fight. I don't know who to call. And I was like, that was a close fight. I don't either. I was like, if anything, Alex Pereira by 1 point. Because it was 29-28 Pereira. 29-28 Jan.
Yeah.
And the final judge, 29-28 Pereira. So I was like, phew. I was just glad I hit that parlay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with that being said, in the light heavyweight division, I'm eager to see who they're going to give him next. And I believe since Jamal Hill is hurt that Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka are fighting for the interim belt, which is going to be a crazy fight.
Already.
I don't know how the MMA accounts that I follow on Instagram, I believe that's probably for sure going to be the next fight. I don't know when it'll be. Because in my opinion, I think Alex fought kind of quick after the Izzy fight.
I thought so too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, he must have got out of the ring and went straight into camp.
You would think so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, he got knocked out. You'd think there would be like some health protocols you'd want to take there, but he got in there quick and then came out with the dub. So I mean, I don't know what else there's to say about that. But I wasn't trying to talk about this whole fight, but I saw a lot of similarities with that and when Izzy fought Jan.
Yeah.
Because that fight was against the two people that have beat Izzy. And when Izzy moved up to light heavyweight and fought Jan just held him down the whole time. And with the way that first round ended, I was like, golly, same thing. You know what I mean? I was just really hoping that that's not how the fight went. But when you looked at the numbers at the end, and I feel like they didn't judge the fight on control time. They judged it more so in damage. And Alex Pereira definitely landed a lot more punches than Jan did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think too, it kind of just depends on the judges you get.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely does.
Some judges will argue that controlling your opponent like that shows dominance, so therefore they should get the points. And others are like, well, he's not really doing anything but holding him down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like, I'm kind of on the side you're on.
You know what I mean?
Whether or not Pierre won that fight, I don't know, because I thought it was a draw.
Yeah.
I thought it was because he controlled the shit out of Alex.
Yeah.
But Alex also landed more damage.
Exactly.
So it was just like, I didn't know which way to go. So, I mean, I guess it is good for Pierre and his name, the hype he's got. So, but yeah, and then right after that.
Shoo! Oh, dude.
Shoot.
Oh, my gosh.
The fight of the night, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
easily.
I hate it ended the way it did, but
Me too.
God, that was so much fun to watch.
Yeah. I hate it because I like Dustin.
I do too.
You know what I mean? I like them both though, but they both admitted after the fight that like Justin was like, Dustin is my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it was like one of the most like cordial like death matches ever. You know what I mean? They both respected each other so much and, you know, look up to each other kind of in a sense, you know, in fighting.
Yeah.
And for them to have to go at each other, like, God. It was everything and more I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, dude, that was a fantastic fight. And like what Justin was saying after he won the fight, that loss that he had to Dustin in 2018 is what really shifted the way he started navigating the UFC and fighting after that point, and to then turn around and beat him the way that he did. All I'm saying is now that they're 1-1, hopefully we can get a trilogy out of that fight, and that would be fantastic. And I hope that one goes the distance.
So Dustin was the number 2 contender, right? And Gaethje was 3.
Yeah.
So do you think they flip, or do you think that Gaethje is now going to be able to?
I don't know.
Get the shot at the title.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because who's number 1 in that division?
Is it Islam? Is that Islam Makhachev's division, or is that Leon Edwards' division? Because that's I know for a fact that's the two like in line.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure was that 155. If it's
because they're smaller guys.
They are
height wise.
Yeah. Golly, I hate not knowing the answer to that question because I think that's Islam's weight division, and who did Volkanovski went up to fight Islam. What freaking weight division is that? Should we look it up?
Well, I mean, I can tell you the weight division. It was lightweight.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
It is lightweight. Look up who.
I don't know if I can pull it up with the service I get out here.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
UFC even voted that performance of the night.
Really?
Yeah, they gave it to Gaethje because that freaking head kick.
Yeah.
Which is another crazy thing.
Yeah.
That head kick, they put the reels right beside each other. It was almost identical, set up and everything, to the Leon Edwards knockout of Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
It was kind of scary.
Yeah. Except, I can't remember if it was Gaethje or Leon. One of them fights southpaw. So with Kamaru, I think it was a right leg kick, and then Gaethje was a left leg kick.
It was, you're right.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
It was one of the two, but it was the same exact. And then they just
same thing.
folded, dude.
They fell the same way.
Yeah.
Daniel Cormier even said that too. He was like, they even fell the same way.
Yeah. Oh man, I know some people are biting their tongue right now if we don't figure out who that.
You're right. It was Islam.
It's Islam's division.
Islam's the champion.
Okay, so
Charles Oliveira.
That's who I was gonna say. That was okay. That was.
And Gaethje and Poirier flipped.
Yeah,
that's all that happened.
Okay, cool. Charles Oliveira is who I thought that would be because he held the belt in that division for such a long time. Well, for a couple of years anyway. But yeah, that's what I thought because I didn't think Gaethje and Kamaru would fight in the same division because they're both trained under Trevor Whitman, and Rose trains under Trevor Whitman, which he's a heck of a coach, dude. Like that, I mean, he's arguably the best coach in the UFC. But yeah, what a heck of a card we got.
Yeah, dude.
That was awesome.
That was one of the best fight cards in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the UFC is, hopefully they start to get a little bit more of those fight cards going. I kind of fell out of it there for a little bit, but I don't think I'd watched one since the Kamaru Usman fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a couple weeks, August 19th.
Oh.
We got Aljamain Sterling and Sugar Sean O'Malley.
That's going to be a banger too, yeah.
That's Sugar Sean's, that's his first shot at the title.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked on that, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's Don's favorite fighter. He loves Sugar Sean.
I love Sugar Sean too.
He talks a lot of shit. I hope he can back it up. But
yeah, me too.
It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I really like him. I think it's going to be a great fight. I definitely think it's going to be the biggest challenge that Aljo has seen up until this point. Both fighters have beat Piotr Jan at this point. And then, I mean, what Aljo did to TJ Dillashaw, whatever. But the fact that Aljo beat Henry Cejudo, which, I mean, he was the triple champ, whatever, but he also ring rust. He didn't fight for like 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He came back and was like talking all this mess about like what he's gonna do to Aljo, and then hey, that's not how it ended up. So we'll see. August 19th, I'm so stoked for that one, dude.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting time, boys. It's getting close to college football season.
Oh yeah, it's like we have. I think like a month from tomorrow is like Tennessee's first game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
September 2nd.
Yep. So I'm actually going to that game.
The
one
Virginia
in Nashville,
game?
Yeah. The one in Nashville, UT versus Virginia.
Yeah.
Me and Hannah got tickets for it. We're going to go with a bunch of her old roommates from Nashville.
Nice.
So yeah, we're looking forward to that one. That one's going to be fun, especially going into Nissan Stadium.
Nissan Stadium, yeah.
I will say, I know. Even though I am a Gator fan, my fiance Hannah graduated from UT. Her brother is in his doctorate program at UT. Her parents went to UT, so it's just like in their blood. So like, if they're not playing Florida, kind of have to root for them.
I get it.
And I also want my pride on that.
Yeah.
And they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
And when Tennessee's good at football, it is fun.
Oh yeah.
Because there for a while it was just like Florida in the East. The only competition we really ever had was Georgia.
Yeah.
And then for some reason South Carolina would sleep you every now and then.
Yeah.
But that was
Tennessee.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, we're going to that game. That's going to be a super fun game. And for the first time in my life, being a Florida fan my whole life, I bought tickets to go to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida, to go watch the UT Florida game down in Gainesville. And I'm so excited for that, dude.
That's gonna be a great time, dude.
Oh, dude, we got lower bowl tickets. We're like we're in a corner, but like not necessarily like the back side of the corner. We're more so on like the sideline.
Yeah.
Than the back of the end zone.
So are you near a tunnel?
Well, the tunnels are directly behind the field goals.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're kind of like we're on Florida side too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm so lit to go there, dude. We got an Airbnb in West Gainesville that's like 5 minutes from the campus and the stadium and all the bars downtown there. So it's gonna be a good ass time.
Yeah.
And then Hannah's parents they don't buy season tickets, but they're on the list to get tickets for UT games.
Okay.
So they got us tickets to the UT Texas A&M game
Oh man.
at Tennessee this year.
Nice.
So that's going to be another good
Yeah.
game.
Is that after the Florida game?
Yeah, it's after the Florida game.
Okay.
I think it's in October.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's in October.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got 3 games on the tickets or on the docket this year. I'm excited for all of them, especially the Florida game. Dude, it's gonna be so much
Yeah,
fun.
dude, that's gonna be hype. I'm super stoked for you
Yeah,
for that.
Florida is still. Some of the recruits that we got, I'm hyped for. Ricky Pearsall is back, badass wide receiver from last year. We got a couple quarterbacks that are making their way into the starting position, but I don't think there's been any like naming of starting quarterbacks yet.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Florida. I hope we do a little bit better than last year.
Yeah.
Last year I think we finished 6 and 7 last year, and it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so college football is coming on, and you know, with all those trips planned, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. We got to film those podcasts in advance.
Oh, I know, dude.
Yeah.
We do.
We'll be alright. But yeah, like you said, just it is so exciting whenever Tennessee's doing good, especially just because of the area we live in.
Yeah.
Everybody else is in a better mood. Everybody's wearing orange and white. It's you feel a sense of community in this area for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Bars are going crazy at that time of year.
Knoxville is going crazy.
Yeah.
The economy in Knoxville is booming because of that.
Everything.
Yeah.
The real estate market, everything in Knoxville is going through the roof right now. You know.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome for this area especially. And while I will say, even when Tennessee's not that good, the fans still talk shit.
Oh yeah.
And they're diehard fans, man.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think it's 105,000 people in Neyland Stadium. That's an atmosphere, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's hard to not get hyped or
Yeah.
to hate on them whenever you see that atmosphere because it is fun.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun going to games.
Yeah, I've only been to one game, and it's when they played Ohio back in 2016. But it was like Josh Dobbs, Derek Barnett, Alvin Kamara. I mean, it was a great time to go see Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a super cool experience. But yeah, dude, it is crazy being inside Neyland.
Oh yeah, especially a night game. Night game.
I went to a day game.
Yeah, well the day games are fun.
Well, they played Ohio.
Well, yeah, the day games are fun, but it's really hot.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I don't know, you can't really get drunk or anything like that. It's kind of you're sweating everything out. But those night games when the sun goes down and the whole stadium's dark and there's orange lights and then fireworks shooting up, it's like, oh god, that's why I love college football.
Yeah.
That atmosphere, you don't get that atmosphere at the NFL game. I love the Titans and I love the NFL, but you don't get that atmosphere.
Yeah.
You don't get that many people in the stadium.
Yeah.
You know?
No, dude, I get it.
And everybody that's in that stadium has a genuine love for that team.
Absolutely.
Like a connected love. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, speaking about trips, the reason we missed that podcast, I just got back from the beach.
Yeah. How was that?
It was a good time.
Yeah.
We stayed down there from Saturday to Saturday, which I love.
Yeah.
I hate when people say they're going to the beach for the week and they leave Monday and come back Friday.
Yeah.
It's like you have 3 days.
Yeah, you have 4 nights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have 3 days at the beach, you have 4 nights.
Yeah, because you drive down there Monday.
Yeah.
And you don't really do much because you're tired.
Yeah.
And then you have those 3 days.
Yeah.
And then that last day, you're just kind of dragging because you got to leave the next morning.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we stayed Saturday through Saturday. It was a great vacation, great reset. Drank a little bit too much beer. Ate a little bit too much food.
Yeah.
But I will say, I needed that reset and I needed that rest and time off from work and everything else and the rut I was kind of getting in. But it puts into perspective how important diet and exercise are.
Yeah.
I felt awful coming back Saturday.
Really?
I mean, miserable. I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean.
I mean, just eating what I wanted, when I wanted, drinking all the time. I drank for a week straight. I'm not kidding. I went on a week bender.
Yeah.
I was drinking beer every day at the beach.
Yeah.
We'd go out to eat. I'd drink a beer. We'd come back. I was drinking beer.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I got a bottle of Peach Crown, mixed drinks.
Son.
Yeah. I mean,
Gosh.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But, we got back and Sunday, as soon as we woke up, me and Hannah were like, let's go to the gym.
Yeah.
We need to go get in the gym.
That's what I was about to ask you. If you hit that Sunday or Monday.
Oh, Sunday.
Yeah.
We hit that Sunday, went to the gym, worked out early in the morning, felt really good.
Good.
Got all our chores done and stuff in the house, cleaned everything up. Nice little reset before we started work again.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I hit an 8-mile run yesterday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My leg killing me.
I guarantee it.
Freaking killing me.
Yeah, especially not after doing it for a while. But you said you went on a run at the beach, right?
I did. I went on a 4-mile run at the beach, which
is good.
Yeah.
It's not a trip here, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know it. Yeah, not to trip or anything, but I mean, compared to what I do run on a regular basis, that's like not that much.
Yeah.
You know, I should have at least ran 6.
Yeah.
And I should have ran more than just once.
Yeah.
But I was on vacation, who cares?
I get it.
But yeah, I got a little 8-mile run in yesterday. I haven't had anything to drink since Saturday, and my diet has been like stupid clean since Saturday.
Yeah.
And after the first like day, Monday, I woke up and just felt really good. Got my morning routine going again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it really put into perspective how important that is. Like having a routine, keeping your diet in check, like not restricting yourself, but like keeping it in check to enough to where like you enjoy what you're eating, not because it tastes good, but also because of the way it makes you feel.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know? Like keeping it clean and not like bogged down with BS.
100%, dude. And I find for myself, whenever I am working out consistently, I naturally want my diet to be better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like crap if what I'm putting in my body is a cheeseburger and fries after I hit chest that morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude, this morning, so today is Tuesday, August 1st. This morning, I went to the gym, woke up at 4:30, went to the gym, came home, drank a protein shake, was ahead of schedule, going good, so I left early for work, went by Burger King, and then I got me a breakfast burrito.
Mm-hmm.
I got to work, ate that. I was at work for 45 minutes, and then I was like, okay. The way I felt, I was like, I'm either going to poop on myself, or just need to poop, or I'm going to throw up. So I went in the bathroom, took care of business, came out, and dude, I kid you not, for 10 minutes I was outside walking in circles because I felt so bad. And I think it's the food that I put in my body after nothing but milk and protein powder.
Mm-hmm.
A long time, that's not what my body wanted to get to build me back up. You know what I mean? And I left work, went home, I was like, I'm going to take a half day today. And I was like, I'll come back at 12:30. I just need to lay down. So I left. I went home for 40 minutes, took some Pepto, went back to work. I was like, guys, I'm sorry. I was like, I thought I was going to yak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And went back to work. But, son, it just put it in. I've known this for so long, but it really just gave another, like, element of putting that in perspective, being like, okay, dude, put something good in your body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least, like, some eggs and some spinach, maybe some sausage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Burger King was not the move.
I will say though, like if you're on a time crunch and you have to eat at places like that,
Yeah.
I really feel like the breakfast burrito, not the enormous one,
It was the
like the normal size
the
ones.
junior burrito.
Yeah, the junior burritos. Those aren't terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're still getting protein from your eggs and
Yeah.
your bacon or sausage, whatever's in it.
Sausage.
I guess really the only bad thing is the cheese.
Yeah, and hash browns are in it too.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little greasy.
Yeah.
You know?
Which, that's not the worst thing.
Mhm.
I always, if I'm in a time crunch or like I'm really wanting something to eat in the mornings,
Mhm.
and I didn't make food here,
Yeah.
I'll go by McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you get the Egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
Ask them to do it with no cheese and no butter.
No butter.
Yeah, because they put butter on the
Egg only?
No, it's egg and then the bacon,
Bacon.
the turkey or Canadian bacon or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So it's that with the English muffins. It's actually it's only like 300 calories.
Wow.
Yeah, and like super high in protein.
Yeah.
Pretty even with protein and carbs.
Yeah.
And really low on the fat because you don't have to worry about the cheese and the butter.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my like healthy meals at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
I always try and like make stuff that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like getting your diet back in makes you just it makes you feel so much better.
Oh yeah. Just operating as a person.
Mm-hmm.
The way your thoughts formulate, the way you just go about your day, I feel it's a 180 for me if I ate like crap that day, or if, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I really feel it in just how I go about my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
And I think your mental too can really
for sure
get to you as well because you're just like because when you eat it, it tastes really good. But then especially if you're like conscious of it.
Of what you ate.
Yeah, of what you just ate. And
Yeah.
you're just like, you kind of beat yourself up and just like, God, I bet I'm going to feel like shit. And obviously, you're going to feel like, you're not going to feel the best.
Yeah.
But your mental makes it that much worse.
Yeah.
Being like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Oh, yeah, no. That's not the move.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking about health.
Brawny?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know. I was at the beach when that happened. And
Oh,
I was like, TMZ put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, I'm going to check this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't trust TMZ fully.
Yeah.
But I looked it up and it said he had cardiac arrest at UFC practice.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, University of South California. Cardiac arrest during practice. So from my understanding, a heart attack is whenever your heart's not getting enough blood into it, and the cardiac arrest is whenever there's too much like electricity there, like going on, and then your heart stops beating.
Yeah. Heart attack is like, if I'm not mistaken, a heart attack is like is it a blockage in your artery?
I believe.
That kind of stops the blood flow.
Something stops the blood flow to your heart.
Yeah, and then you're right. Cardiac arrest is like your heart just stops beating.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
It just stops beating.
Yeah.
Which I think with the DeMar Hamlin case, I think they said that it was that like contact that did it.
Really?
Just must have just hit at the right time in between beats and stopped it.
Yeah.
Which is hard for me to think because that wasn't a nasty play.
Yeah.
He didn't really get drilled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, granted, again, looking at it on TV, those are giant men that are extremely strong and moving a lot faster than we think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, before it happened to Brawny too, and I think there's like 6 or 7 other cases in the sports world that's happened recently.
Really?
Like within the past year.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, you can get a little, people would call it conspiratorial, but I mean, I think it's just being like honest about it.
Yeah.
With what has been pushed in the past, there has been complications with hearts, with blood clots and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't do that or it's that's causing it. I'm just saying, like, don't just dispel that and not look into it.
Yeah. If
this stuff is reoccurring and happening, especially in like sports athletes,
like
people that are under an immense amount of stress and under like not only like mental stress but like physical stress too, of lifting weights and working out, going to practices and stuff. Like, definitely need to look at it because it's happening more frequently than it should. Especially to a kid like Brawny. He's just getting started in his career, really.
I don't know if he's vaccinated or not. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I would think so. I think he is. But anytime somebody brings that into the conversation, people just automatically are like, nope. And push it away, which I get why they do that. But at the same time, it's just like,
we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, you gotta talk about it.
You gotta at least put it on the table and weigh it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you really want to dismiss it that much, then give the facts to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Show us why it's wrong, and then we can go off that, which is totally fine. But no one's done that.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm not ruling it out, but I'm not being that guy to be like, tinfoil hat, this is the reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't really think that there's, they're out to kill us or get us or anything like that. I just think they did the best they could, and there are some side effects to stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, being those sports athletes, there's a lot of other shit that they put in their body.
Oh yeah.
Supplements
for sure.
I mean, everything that they are doing to their bodies, like, could be unnatural and causing these things too. So it's definitely something that I think people need to, not like people in general, but like the sports world, the sports doctors and everything. Yeah. I'm sure they are looking at it. Yeah. But I really hope something gets figured out because a lot of those cases could have ended in a terrible way.
Oh, for sure. I think you have. I think it's like the UFC medical staff was there to really help him, but it's like from what I've heard that you have like 10 minutes if you need to get defibrillated, then I mean you could die. Very like 50% of the cases, I believe, from numbers I saw, because I wanted to like not completely talk out of ignorance, so I like did a little bit of research on it, but like 50% of the cases, like people die from cardiac arrest.
Yeah, well, I mean, your heart stops.
Yeah.
I mean, CPR can only do so much.
Exactly.
If it's if your heart's just that shot,
Yeah.
it might not come back.
Exactly.
And that's super scary.
Yeah. So if you are experiencing heart palpitations or have chest pain, go see your doctor.
Yeah, don't wait to get checked on
For
that
real.
stuff. Go be proactive with your health is basically what I think this whole conversation has been about.
Yeah.
Being proactive with your health keeps your comorbidities down.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps other things from being so deadly to you.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
The healthier you are, like, in your day-to-day life, like, exercise, and I'm not sitting here saying, like, go lift weights every day, because not everybody can lift weights or likes to lift weights. Like, find some sort of exercise, walking or hiking or running, biking, swimming. Like, go find something to do for, you know, half an hour a day.
Yeah.
Work that into your routine, and I swear you're gonna feel so much better.
Yeah, I couldn't second that more.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but that's kind of a segue over. But what did you do last week while I was gone? I didn't really talk to anybody much. I kind of just had my phone on D&D and.
Dude, I get it. I would have done the same thing. I did do the same thing. Well, in recent pop culture news, I went and saw Barbenheimer. Which is Barbie.
You did the double feature.
I did the double feature, dude. I saw Barbie on the day it came out because Hannah was down to see that, and I wanted to see it too. I'm not even going to front. I wanted to see Barbie as well. I saw Barbie opening day, which it opened the same day as Oppenheimer, and I went and saw Oppenheimer the next day.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, first of all, let me start off on Barbie. That movie is geekish, bro. Ryan Gosling is hilarious in that movie, and he gives every man the reason to go watch that movie.
Yeah.
Because the movie's not like all about like I'm a Barbie girl. You know, it's not like that. It is for like the first 15 minutes just to like set the stage, but then they like go to the real world, and then they're being looked at crazy. But like Ken, all the time is like he's just trying to get Barbie's attention.
Yeah.
But there's all these other Barbies. And like the president of Barbie world is a Barbie. Like they all the girl Barbies call each other Barbie. And there's a bunch of different Kens. So and they're all like fighting for Barbie's attention. So it's freaking hilarious. And so but like Ken's just like that he's not really conscious of these things because he's just Ken. He just wants to get Barbie's attention. Then they go to the real world and like they like split up for a second, and Ken's like walking down the street, and he's like just looking at America and sees all this propaganda and sees like billboards. He's like, "Oh, the president here is a man," and then a lady comes up to him and asks him if he knows what time it is, and he's like, "You're asking me?" Yeah. And dude, it's hilarious because he figures out the term patriarchy. And he realizes that everyth's ran by a man. So anyway, Mattel, the company that makes Barbie, realizes that Barbie is in the real world, and they're like, we gotta get her back. You know what I mean? Like this has never happened ever.
Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of breaks the fourth wall, and like, holy crap, one of our dolls came alive. It addresses that.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell is like the CEO of Mattel, so
Will Ferrell's in that movie.
Will Ferrell's the CEO of Mattel.
Oh wow.
So it's hilarious. And then whenever Ken goes back, Mattel has Barbie, Ken goes back to Barbie Land. Then whenever she comes back, he turned it into Ken Land. And then it's like, he like changes everything. All the guys are like working out and they're like dapping each other up. And there's like beer in Barbie World. In Barbie World now, and he's like, hey, brewski beer me. And that's what he says, and he's like pumped. He's like they're like working out and stuff.
Oh my god!
They change her house. And he's like, "Welcome to my Mojo Dojo Casa house." And dude, it is so freaking funny.
It's just like super stereotypical.
Dude,
like playing on stereotypes.
Dude, and they did it to a T. It is so freaking hilarious. I thought it was gonna be kind of woke and very like highlight feminism, which it did a little bit, but it was like a tasteful amount. You know what I mean? It wasn't really like, oh.
It wasn't in your face. It was tasteful.
It was tasteful.
The way it should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought they did such a good job at that movie, and then like the way that Ken felt, and dude, you have to go see that movie with Hannah.
Yeah.
And because
you kind of talked me into it because Hannah's been saying she wants to go see it, and I was kind of like you. I was like, I don't know if I want to go see Barbie. You know what I mean? It's like I would much rather go see Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But I think what the funny thing is I think more guys are gonna be like, oh, kind of fuck with this Barbie.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Dude, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Barbie got a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is such a crazy score.
Yeah.
70 is a good score, if we're being honest, on Rotten Tomatoes. And Oppenheimer got a 93.
Yeah, so they're like neck and neck.
They're
right there.
neck and neck, dude.
Which I've heard. So Hannah's brother and her dad, while we were at the beach,
Yeah.
it was just me, Hannah, and her mom that went.
Yeah.
So her dad and brother stayed back. They went to the IMAX theater in Knoxville
Yeah.
and watched
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, and they said it was insane.
It was.
They're both like engineers too, so
Yeah.
like they dig that stuff,
Yeah.
and especially where it's like accurate historical like recreation.
Yes,
they
dude.
loved that.
Oh my
They
gosh.
ate it up. They said it was awesome.
It was amazing. I saw it at the Pinnacles, and I saw it in the Ep.6. And so it was directed by Christopher Nolan, who's like one of the goats. He made the Batman Dark Knight trilogy. He made Interstellar. He made Inception. I mean, those movies alone,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now imagine him making something that was based on a true story, which I'm surprised no one's made a movie on the creation of the atomic bomb yet.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
You know what I mean? But dude, the way that he portrays J. Robert Oppenheimer's internal dialogue and dilemma that he has, oh my gosh, it's a 3-hour movie. Like the whole time, it's not an action movie, it's like a drama. But I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time because it's like this man is legit creating the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this can blow up.
He is the catalyst for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the way it portrays that, and then like whenever J. Robert Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein like have this conversation and they create this formula, and it really portrays like the realization that they both have. They're like, this is the formula that's going to end the world. And it's like they haven't even created a bomb yet, but they realize that with what they made, that whenever all these molecules and atoms and everything combine and chemicals come together, what this does is insane. And dude, like it's so good. And like
well, they realized that the information that they created, all the pieces were out there, but they just so happened to have the idea to put all those pieces together.
Yeah.
When they realized what they did, is it's like, oh, there's no going back now.
Exactly.
It's like, what we just did this.
Yeah.
Like this is a moment in history.
Yeah, dude. It was beautiful. So like, World War II was like from like 1939 to 1945.
Yep.
And so we were in a race. So Pearl Harbor happened in 1941. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor
December 7th.
in Hawaii, correct. So with that being said, us, the U.S., and Russia were in a race to create something like the atomic bomb. Russia was like 18 months ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we got everybody on that project, and dude, it's crazy because half the movie, like they dropped the test bomb of the atomic bomb at the midpoint of the movie.
Really?
It's not the end.
Really?
The latter half of the movie is all the court trials, because shortly after that Russia created a bomb. And they're like, were there any spies working on this?
Yeah.
Who did you know? They're interrogating everybody, and then it's like a court case for the second half that's so freaking intense because we tested the atomic bomb on July 17th of 1945. We dropped it on Nagasaki and Hiroshima in August of 1945. World War II ended September 1945.
Yep.
So it's like, dude, and then it just perfectly like parlays over and over again of like just how history went, and then all of this stuff that Oppenheimer had to go through this, because he sat down with President Harry Truman, and Truman's like congratulating him, all this stuff, and then Oppenheimer's like, I really feel like I have a lot of blood on my hands. And then Harry Truman's like, no, son, I have a lot of blood on my hands. I'm the one that presses the button to drop these bombs.
Yeah.
He was like, you don't. And then he like says to the vice president, he's like, get this crybaby out of my office. Because Harry Truman was very like America, but like Oppenheimer was like, what did I just do for the rest of the history of the world?
Yeah, well, I feel like that's a good perspective in the movie. That's a really cool insight because it shows you like the motivations between each character.
Yeah.
Because like Harry Truman, granted, like he was thinking. I want to think that he was thinking on the side of the American people.
That's what he was.
Of saving American lives.
He was. That's what it was.
But then Oppenheimer's looking at it as like, I could have just
humanity.
Yeah, I could potentially kill millions and millions and millions of people.
Exactly.
Not only the ones that the two you're about to drop, but the ones that drop all over the world at one point or another in history.
Yeah.
Like that's on his hands.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude, and the way that they portrayed that, and like I said, the internal dialogue and dilemma that Oppenheimer went through in that process, the way that Christopher Nolan was able to portray that it was beautiful. That was a masterpiece, dude. And you're a lot more of a history buff than I am, but just the conversation we just had, it taught me so much just about history, and I okay, this is when Pearl Harbor happened, this is when the bomb was created, this is when it was dropped, this is when the war ended. I didn't know any of that before. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was fantastic movie. Out of all people, need to go see it.
I know, I really need to go see it. I don't go to the movies that much. I use Amazon Prime Video. Yeah. So I usually just watch them whenever they come out. But I feel like with something like Oppenheimer, everybody says you've got to go see it on the bigger screen. You got to be in the movie theater for it.
You do.
There was reports of people in Barbie saying they could hear the bomb go off in Oppenheimer because it is so loud.
It's so loud. Whenever the bomb drops, you're watching it and it's like 2 minutes of silence and just whiteness, and then all the people reacting to when the bomb was going off, and then you just get hit with a. Dude, it's like, it hurts your ears. It's like, oh my gosh! But
I think that's what he meant to do.
That's exactly what he meant to do. And Christopher Nolan was one of the pioneers of creating the IMAX camera, like a camera that was intended to be viewed, shot at, and then viewed in IMAX. And dude, it's insane. So if you do watch it, don't go to NCG. Seriously, go see it, MXC.
I'll go up to the Pinnacle for sure.
Yeah, so you probably have about maybe 2 to 3 weeks while it's still shooting in the MXC, so I would hop on that, dude. It's great. Yeah. And go see Barbie.
Yeah, I think we should probably do that.
Yeah.
Hannah's going up to Nashville this weekend to see one of her friends from Memphis, so we probably can't do it this weekend, but now that you've hyped it up, I really need to go see these movies.
As a man, dude, that movie's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can hop right into this starting five. It's a good segue over from movies to TV shows.
Yeah, starting 5 TV shows this week.
Yep. Shout out my fiance for commenting that.
Thank you, Hannah.
Yep. Always supporting. That's why I love her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this week we're gonna do TV shows, and we had a discussion about it previously, and we want to do TV shows and not cartoons. Because some people will consider that's TV shows is all encompassing of cartoons and live action and stuff like that. But we're gonna do live action, real people, real TV shows, not cartoons, because we could go on a freaking rant on cartoons.
Oh, dude, all day.
But yeah, I guess you want to go ahead with yours.
Sure, it doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
Whew. So I hadn't written mine down. I hadn't thought about them that much.
I'm writing mine down right now.
So from the order we always go through, 1 being our favorite TV show, like live action TV show, 5 being the least. They're all great though. I've seen more than the amount of TV shows I've listed. Way more. But if I had to put them in order, I'm going to say number 5 coming in, Breaking Bad.
That's a fire one.
That's a
great TV show.
Dude, it's a fantastic TV show. The way that made me look at TV whenever I was watching that, because it's been out for a while now, I was like, I feel like I'm watching a movie every time I'm watching this show. I mean, you get an hour episode every time you watch them. There's 5 seasons of it, and it progressively just gets more intense and better as it goes on. Fantastic show. Love Breaking Bad. I mean,
it brings out all the emotions in you.
It does.
Yeah. You're happy, you're sad, you're mad, you're all sorts of things in that show, all in one episode.
Yeah, dude, and just those "let's go" moments. You know what I mean?
So am I really rooting for a meth dealer right now?
Exactly. Oh, dude, it's so good. So good. So Breaking Bad, number 5. Number 4. I've been letting this marinate for a minute. Number 4, I'm gonna put in That 70s Show.
Oh,
Dude.
man.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's such a good show.
It's so good, bro.
Oh.
Me and
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let you have yours.
Okay. Me and Hannah, first of all, That 70s Show used to come on Nick at Night. Like all the other shows that came in, whenever that was on, I was in high school when that came on, and I was like, I vibe so much to this show. Oh my gosh, it's so fitting, so great for that, like, especially if you're in between the ages of like 17 and 25, honestly. Like, it's so fitting for like life, and it's so funny, even though it's based in the 70s. It's great comedy. It'll tug at your heartstrings sometimes. That 70s Show is such a great show, and gave a lot of the actors and actresses of our time like a start. Like that, like Mila Kunis was Mila Kunis was 15.
Oh, she lied about her age, didn't she?
I don't know if she lied about her age, but I know for a fact at least she was 15 whenever she started playing Jackie in that show. And then that started her and Ashton Kutcher's relationship.
Yeah.
Kelso is a geeker, dude.
Kelso's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. And then Hyde, hilarious. Red Foreman, dude.
OG.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, dude, it's great, man. Oh my gosh, so good. And I felt like, in high school, I was like, I feel like I am Eric Foreman. You know, I felt that way.
It really puts you in the perspective of him.
You know, it really does, because, I mean, they're at his house, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Number 4, That 70s Show. I wanted to put it higher on the list, but the other shows just mean so much to me. Number 3, and I could interchange number 3 and number 2 as well. Number 3, The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, freaking comedy.
It's another one of those shows you can just turn on and just watch.
Just watch.
Over and over and over.
It's so easy to binge. There's so many cameos in that show. Just like That 70s Show. A lot of cameos of famous people in that show. Steve Carell is freaking hilarious. I love John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That whole show. And then Andy Bernard. Ed Helms is the guy that plays him.
Yeah.
Andy Bernard, geeker. Dude, Dwight. Like, just banger of a show.
Yeah.
Great show. Feel good show. Make you cry. Make you laugh. It is so good. Office number 3. Number 2, for me, Friends.
Okay, yeah.
Friends is so good.
Friends
dude.
is a good one.
Oh my gosh.
Great storyline, too.
Great storyline. I mean, just all the actors in that show, too. It's so good. Like, I was born in 98, and that show started in, like, 97, ran to, like, 2003, 2004. Or started in 96, ran to 03, something like that. That time period, for sure. And it definitely just, like, it's definitely a time capsule, because it's, like, they have home phones, you know what I mean? Whenever they finally get cell phones in the later episodes, they're flip phones or those big, bulky phones, you know what I mean? And it's just like all the sports in that time that they talk about. It's like, because they live in New York and they talk about the Knicks, and it's like the Patrick Ewing era. And it's really a cool show based in New York in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's just such a good show, and it's like, that's why you see all this pop culture still to this day of Friends. Like, you'll see Friends t-shirts, you'll see Friends whatever. Like, they still sell the box sets at, like, Target and Walmart, you know what I mean? It's not just something you find at an old video store and it's like, oh my gosh, they have Friends here. It's
it's super meme-worthy, too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There's so many
still,
memes out there. Joey.
Joey, bro. Joey is hilarious, man.
Or Chandler. Chandler can be quoted so many times.
Chandler's just so...
Phoebe.
Dude, I mean,
Phoebe's geekish.
And Ross, dude, like, oh my gosh, what they each bring to the table is so freaking funny. Oh my gosh, so Friends, number 2.
I'm excited for this number 1.
Number 1, dude, this man is so talented. I don't know what he can't do, okay? Tucker actually, back when we worked at Fastenal, told me to watch this show because I hadn't watched it yet. Now I've binged it and am halfway through the last season. But how thought-provoking this show is. Number 1, Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Atlanta, and then the first season is like, okay, what's this show? Season 2 and 3, it's like, what? is this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Atlanta is insane. Donald Glover, some of you may know him as Childish Gambino. He has won Oscars for this show. He's won Grammys as a music artist. He is just so intelligent. Like, he is on another level. And then some of the episodes of this show don't even have anything to do with the characters that are in the show. They're just like skits that just like plant a seed in your head to give you an idea of like, this is how society could be if this one thing was different. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's accurate. You know what I mean?
He is so intelligent.
He's so, dude, it's insane.
And he's an incredible stand-up comedian. That's where I found him.
Yeah, dude.
I found him on one of his specials, like late night after a Kevin Hart special on Comedy Central.
Yeah, dude, that stand-up, which I think that's like one of the only specials he has, if not the only one. He may have two. But I know he has that one where he talks about like him being like Black Spider-Man and stuff.
Yes,
It's hilarious. And he's got his start on Community, which was a sitcom that I think was on either NBC.
Oh yeah.
It was on NBC or ABC, one of the two.
And at that time, that was summer camp.
Yeah.
Was out.
Yeah,
That was like his first like real like main project.
Yeah,
he had Bonfire on it.
Bonfire.
Dude.
He came out with Camp, and then dude, after that, then we got Because of the Internet, so on and so forth, dude. And he's amazing.
Took the rap game by storm.
He really did. Some of the best freestyles ever. If you go watch his freestyle on Rosenberg,
is that the one where he's in the cap?
Where he talks. That wool hat, and he talks halfway through it.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was a fire one. That could be a top 5 in itself as freestyles.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's my starting 5 TV shows of all time right there. We got Breaking Bad, That 70s Show, The Office, Friends, number 1, Atlanta. Go check them all out if you haven't.
Yeah. Great top 5. All right, so my top 5 TV shows. I'm not like Bailey. I have to write mine down or I'll forget what I was gonna say, or something else will hop in my mind.
Yeah.
But number 5, rather, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I haven't got to watch the new episode yet because Netflix did their whole no account sharing thing. So my mom pays for my Netflix.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Your boy's got to pay for it. But I'm holding out, so I'm not watching it yet. But Black Mirror is like one of those shows that is so thought-provoking.
True, no kidding.
And like it is super like, it's all set in the future, so it plays on like where we're at with like technology and like the state of politics in the world, and takes it from where we're at now and just goes on like these different realities.
Yeah.
Different situations that these things could actually become real.
Yeah.
And it is so terrifying.
It is.
It is so terrifying. Just because you can watch it and be like, yeah, I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even as far-fetched as some of those episodes are, you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, dude. I've seen one episode, and it was the episode where they capture the president's daughter, and then they forced him to have sex with a pig.
Yep.
On TV.
To blackmail.
And everybody's at home watching that on TV, and then they let her free before it even aired, and she's just running through the streets with nobody in the streets, like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And then but it's like everyone like wanted to go watch that on TV.
They didn't even care.
They didn't even care
about the daughter.
Dude.
Thought-provoking. That's what
Thought-provoking.
That's what I'm saying.
What
is like,
in the world?
Yeah. And it's like, even in the show itself, like, you could have probably fell victim to the self of being like, oh my God, he's about to fuck a pig. And then forget totally about the daughter.
Exactly.
Even yourself sitting at home. So, like, Black Mirror, my number 5, great TV show, great thought-provoking TV show. My number 4, Breaking Bad.
I get it,
for all the reasons you listed. I held out on it for a while though because it came out around the same time as The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I was super big into The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
No spoiler alert, but so I kind of held out on Breaking Bad. I was like, those are both AMC shows.
Yeah, they are.
So they kind of like divided their viewership. I felt like, and I always watched The Walking Dead and was like, I'm more on this side of the fan base.
Yeah.
But then in high school, I gave Breaking Bad a shot, and holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I binged the shit out of that show.
Me too. Me and my dad.
Great show.
Great show.
But yeah, the character development, all the crazy emotions that are provoked in that show, all the crazy shit that happens, like, it's just, 0 to 100 so fast.
Yeah, dude, and and like what I was saying earlier, the pop culture that came from that church.
Oh,
How many shirts and everything you see from that show
with the elements on it and stuff.
Oh yeah, and Heisenberg.
Heisenberg,
you know what I mean? And the Halloween costumes of them in the hazmat suits.
Yep.
I mean, dude, that great show.
Great show. So that's my number 4 is Breaking Bad. My number 3, Survivor. I haven't revisited it in a while. There's a couple seasons on YouTube TV that I do watch every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember as a kid, me and my mom sitting in the living room on, I think it was Monday nights it came on. I may be wrong, but when it came on, me and my mom would sit there and watch Survivor. We would be there up to date on everything. We couldn't wait for the next week to see what happened and like all the crazy new games and who was going to win the $1 million.
Yeah.
It was such a dramatic reality TV show, but it wasn't like some reality TV shows are just like, okay, this is over the top dramatic. I don't like it. They're trying too hard.
Yeah.
But Survivor took that element out of it by like making them actually compete and work together and be a teammate to win the $1 million. So it took all that BS drama out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Survivor, great TV show. Probably gonna end up buying a bunch of box sets of that.
Yeah. My mom loves that show. I never watched it, but my mom.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Or do the old seasons still hold up?
Oh, the old seasons are the best.
Really?
I think the longer it aired, because honestly, I think there's like 20-some seasons.
I believe it. It's because it's been going on forever.
Yeah, and they always do like different types of like teams
and themes too.
And themes of the seasons.
Yeah.
But the earlier episodes are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like American Idol's on at the same time. And
yes.
my mom would watch that too.
Yeah.
But American Idol is one of those ones like the earlier episodes with all the original judges were so much better.
Yeah.
You know?
I get it.
But yeah, that's my number 3, Survivor. My number 2, previously mentioned, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was one that me and my buddy Blake Rutherford would literally stay at each other's houses on Sunday night to watch the new episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we were following it so hard. And it was such a bummer because The Walking Dead always split up their seasons. Half the season in the fall, half the season in the spring. And there's like a little gap.
Yeah.
So it was always on during school.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we would watch it every Sunday, bro. We'd come over to Blake's house, we'd go grab some food, come back, and just pig out and watch some Walking Dead, dude. Oh my God, it's such a good show.
Yeah.
Such a good show. It did run on a little bit too long, in my opinion.
That's what I've heard. I kept up with it every Sunday up until the end of the second season whenever they're leaving the prison and then go to like where Negan is.
Alexandria.
No, I guess that's what it is.
Well, so Negan didn't come in until a little bit later, but they go to Alexandria and they find Alexandria, which is like a commune that's been built by a woman.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it gets even fucking crazier after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like right when I stopped watching. Was that season 2?
I think I stopped watching in like season 7.
Really?
Yeah. So I kept up with it for a long time.
That is
But
a
dude,
long time.
I even revisit it to this day. Like go
Really?
watch the episode. Yeah. But yeah, great TV show. My number 2, The Walking Dead. My number 1 TV show. I am currently watching this TV show for the second time. I know what happens, but it is that good of a show that I am going to rewatch it and rewatch it. Lost. If you haven't seen Lost, you please need to go see Lost. Don't listen to what people tell you about the ending because
that's what I've heard.
I enjoy the ending. Some people don't. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the ending because it leaves it up to interpretation for the viewer.
Okay.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like letting the viewer believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
I like that type of ending.
Yeah.
So that TV show, dude, oh my, it's 6 seasons and it is so freaking good. I can watch like 4 episodes in a day if I have time.
Really?
Yeah. I turn it on at work when I'm like on my lunch break. I watch it in the morning when I eat breakfast, like when I'm going to bed at night.
Yeah.
A lot of times I like to watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching Lost, like I'm all lost. Like it's the only thing I watch, and it's so freaking captivating. Such a good story. All the love triangles that go on in it.
Yeah.
There's so many, so it's like super in depth. Like even like your girlfriends or your fiancés could get into this show, like because it is kind of like actiony. I guess it's very like fighting and like there's some gore and stuff like that. But like also is like all the love triangles, the drama, and all this shit, dude. It's such a good show. So that's gonna be my starting 5. It's gonna be Black Mirror, Breaking Bad, Survivor, The Walking Dead, and Lost.
Dang, son. I need to watch Lost.
Dude, you have to watch Lost.
I've heard a lot about it.
It starts off super quick though.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like captivating, like right off the bat. Because you know some shows like Breaking Bad was one of those shows where it's kind of slow at the beginning.
Season 1's a little
slow.
It is.
You know, but I mean, I guess even The Walking Dead can be kind of slow.
Yeah.
You know, in the first season or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Lost like right off the bat, you're in the shit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus that show goes like, some people find it hard to follow because they do like backstories.
Mm-hmm.
So like, 10 minutes of a scene are in the present day, and then the next 10 minutes is a backstory, and it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it all kind of leads up into a climax.
Yeah,
and I love that. I love that. That's a great show.
I know. I'm sold.
I sold you on Lost. You sold me on Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, dude. Hey, good trade-off.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our starting five. Please leave a comment and let us know what next week's starting five should be.
Yes.
I don't foresee any more mess ups on uploading schedule.
Yeah.
I don't have any vacations coming up.
Me neither.
So yeah, we're gonna get these things cranked out. We're gonna try and backlog a couple too. I think
that would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So that way, in case we do have a hiccup, we can still get a video out to you guys. But yeah, we appreciate all the love and support.
Yes.
You guys are awesome, especially the community we have here. And you know, like I said, with the subscribe button, please hit it. We want to reach as many people as possible.
Yeah.
If you like this content, please share it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with anybody. I know we can kind of cuss a little bit sometimes and talk about some crazy subjects, but it's all in good fun and good faith, and we have a good time doing this. So we appreciate you guys coming out and supporting us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Brother, as always.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're out.
Fun.
Yeah,
See you guys later.
Yeah, peace.
Bro, that's off the rip.